Hello, it's Amanda here from Lolli Lulu Crafts, and today we are going to be doing another 3D project. I've got here a tissue box. So this slides out the bottom and then you put the box in there and it's all decorated and they pull the tissues out the top. So I thought that was kind of cute. So I'm going to just take this right now and gesso it with some white gesso. This is just a primer. So this just primes the wood ready for anything you're going to put on top, like glue or paint or whatever you want. So I'm just taking some of the gesso and I'm just putting it as a thin coat across every section of the box, including these edges here. This part slides into the box, so you want to keep that thin with everything that you put on it, because otherwise you'll find it won't slide in and seal. And don't forget, the person's going to need to constantly do it up and under it in order to put the tissues inside the box. I'm also going to be doing the inside of the box because I will be painting that, because the person you're giving it to is going to see the inside of the box, so you want that to look nice as well. And once that's done, a thin coat doesn't take very long at all to dry, maybe 5 minutes or so. So I'm just going to pop that down to one side, allow it to dry, and then we'll come back to you with the next stage. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding some patterning to it, but we're going to be actually using tissue. So I've got this beautiful design here, just a pack that I got in a department store, and it's got 20 in there, so we've got plenty in there. Now when you get this, what you have is it's all kind of, you can see on the back it's got like all these bumpy bits, and that's because it's joining the different plies of sheets together. What you want to do is pull that apart, so that we end up with just the single sheet with the pattern on it. So then what I need to do, and I've just seen, that's quite cool actually, this might work better, is that we've got smaller corners to this side. So I need some scissors to cut this up with.
Sick of feeling pain, sick of being mad, sick of feeling disappointed, always being let down.
Okay, so we've got this. We're definitely going to need more because of course we've got more sides. So I'm thinking, let's bring this, I'm going to get some more and cut some more out, and then I'll come back to you in a minute. Okay, so that's that done. Now there was actually a second piece. It was a 3-ply, so that it was, but it was so fine. So now you can see that it actually really is fine. And if you put another colour behind, you would still see that colour through. So what we want to do now is just kind of work out where we want what. But I think that'll look pretty good. Okay. And let's start. So the first thing I need to do, I think, is cut these off so they don't start sticking. I want to take these two and I want to cut these end flowers off here, because what's happening if I just gently turn it is when you put that one on, it's overlapping with that, so we don't really want that. So that would then sit there, and then whoops, when that folds over like so, we might have like this little flower here. If I take this piece off, we might have that little fella stick in there if we take the leaf off as well, and then that would fill that gap, which would be kind of cool. Okay, so that's all kind of sorted, I think, I hope. So let's start sticking and pasting and sticking rather. So I'm going to do the two ends first because I think that will be the easiest to do. Okay, so that's that bit. So now I'll just put my brush down there, and I need this bit here, just a little bit of tissue. I want it near the top. That's it. What you want to be sure is that it's nice and smooth. There we go. And then a nice layer of Mod Podge. And of course what you don't want to do with this now is overdo it, because the tissue will start to break up. But what you can see, hopefully already, is that the kind of end there, it just sort of blends into the end.
A bullet through my skin, well I know it would heal faster than this agony. It's tragic that I'm still here. Ooh, ooh. If you wanna know the truth, I ain't got no parachute. I'm just in a free fall, living here without you. Ooh, ooh. If I only didn't have a heart, if I didn't have to care so much at all, if I was only made of steel and stone. Oh, I wish I was. Oh, how I wish I was. Somewhere over the storm, I know there's a rainbow. If I only didn't have a heart, if I didn't have to care so much at all, if I was only made of steel and stone. Oh, I wish I was. Oh, how I wish I was. The Tin Man.
I think I'm pretty happy with that, so I'm going to clear up. I think it looks stunning, don't you? So I'm going to clear up, and then I'm going to let that dry overnight. I'll probably do another coat later on this evening of the Mod Podge, if not two, if I can get away with it, but it depends on how fast it dries. And then we will get to some sparkle and bits and pieces like that. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit. So as you can see here, I finished the several coats of Mod Podge, and into the last coat, unfortunately I don't know what happened, but the camera didn't capture this. I must have run out of battery or something, but basically all I did was sprinkle some fine glitter and then some sort of ice, sort of bigger pieces, that sort of ice glitter. So I did another coat on top so that when the glitter was on, it would be bumpy. So by doing another coat on top, I mean slightly bumpy, you can just feel it. It will give me, I went over it with this just to push the glitter in, and then because I used these bigger pieces here, just a little bit, and then normal icy glitter. So I thought by doing that, and you can see the icy glitter, but you can also see the bigger bits, hopefully. But the bigger bits obviously make it a little bit lumpy. So by putting the extra coat on, not only can I push it in with my roller here, I can then go over it very lightly with some very fine sandpaper when it's completely dry, and just take some of that bumps off before we glaze. But I think that's coming up absolutely gorgeous. And then I've got this here, which I've painted both sides in the pink, and that's the bit here that's in the white is the bit that slides in, so I've left that. It's because otherwise it's just going to get too thick. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry before I do any more, and then I'll come back and show you the next stage. Okay, so I've got here just a very light little file, and I'm just, in fact it's almost too light. and I'm just gently holding it flat so that any little bumpy bits that I can feel are just going to be filed off. I don't want, it's not going to go smooth because that's not what it is. It's just to get any little bits of the glitter that's really sticking up off. Okay, so that's done. And now what it did do is just leave a little bit of, take a little bit of the pink off around the edge there. So I'm just going to take my pink paint that I use, which was Lush Pink from the Do Crafts range, which I think is a fabulous name for it. I'm just going to put a tiny daub, or quite a big daub, down there. And then just paint across on the inside rim there, just to get rid of that white. And it also, if there's any like whitey bits on the top at all, that will just get rid of that as well. Okay, and then I'm just going to wipe across the surface here just to be sure that it's pretty much gone. So it's nice and clean, and that the pink is on the whole on the inside, other than if there's any little bits that have come through. And there on the inside, look, if you remember I said there was a bit of glue that showed, so I'm just going to tidy that up as well. And then on here, just any bits that need tidying around those edges, that will just make it look a lot better as well, so that if there's any white bits where you've buffed or anything, it'll just get rid of that. There we go. So just leave that like that, wipe that up, put that there. So now what we need to do is actually glaze it. Okay, so here's the glaze. I'm going to just take a pot and stand it on the pot just so that I can get around the sides easier.
Did your mama ever teach you not to take what ain't yours? 'Cause Misty, you stole something from me that can never be restored. Who told you you're high and mighty? 'Cause all I see is a snake sneaking around on your yellow belly, trying to set the bait. Now that I know what you're all about, I'm writing you out. Yeah, I'm writing you out. So you think you're God's gift to women? Well, I think I need a receipt. You should be in prison so we can keep you off the streets. Heaven forbid you hunt another to satisfy your thirst. For little Lolitas on your list, I'm guessing I ain't the first. Now that I know what you're all about, I'm writing you out. Yeah, I'm writing you out.
So I'm going to leave it stood on that. I'm just going to check there's nothing had run anywhere that it shouldn't. That looks good to me. So I'm going to leave that to dry, and then we'll come back and I'll show you it when it's finished. Okay, so here it is done. I think it needs just a little bit more drying time, but because it's still just a teeny weeny bit tacky, but that is it complete. Otherwise, yeah, it is a bit tacky down there. You can see some of the sort of bit whiter areas, but you can see how beautiful and sparkly it is. I just think it's so pretty. I hope that you like it too. And obviously it has the bottom piece to be put in, but that comes in and out, and that is it though. I think it looks so nice. I hope you like it as much as I do. I hope Mum likes it. I'm sure she will. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.
Why must I hide how I have been made? Oh, how I long for compassion, yet they act as if for pleasure I have been paid.